Hey guys, Hawk here, and welcome to this sponsored video. I was sent a couple motors by Monkeemods, and these are those new Titan Hyperion and Titan Hyperion X motors. The X is the red one. The red one is a 3S, and the blue one is a 2S. Now these motors fall under a weird category. They are taller than 130s, but they're shorter than 180s. And for some things, you can get away with them. I imagine something like a Hailfire would fit these just fine. But I don't know that for sure, by the way. But something like a Strife, I have tested, as you can see, I needed to put a hole in the side of my Strife. So more on that later, but it was very, very nice of Monkeemods to send me these over. I had no idea they were coming at all, so big shout out to them. I won't be testing the 3S ones simply because I don't normally work with 3S, and I don't even have a LiPo powerful enough to fully power these, and I can't really go out and buy a LiPo right now just for this, so just these ones for now. But I have already set up the cage, and it is in a blue neon Strife cage. That looks really cool with all those motors in there. That's all colored. And Monkeemods actually sent these wheels over as well a few weeks ago. So again, huge shout out to Monkeemods. This would not be possible without them. But keep in mind, this is a unconclusive test. This is just to give you an idea of what to expect. This is by no means 100% nailed down, so let's get to the chronograph numbers. Alright, so we got some brand new waffles. Now, normally I have a rev trigger, but I actually don't know where I put my test rev trigger, so I'm going to have to plug this in manually. Alright, 10 waffle darts, 2S. Wow. It's a high of 115, low of 50, that seems to be off, average of 90. So if we delete that lowest number, there we go, delete shot. Now let's try to review that. Low is 72, which I think is still a little bit low, but so average is 95 feet per second. So as you can see, it's not shooting very hot, but this is a super accurate cage. It has the brass, so it doesn't necessarily need those high numbers. You don't always want those high numbers, those 150 FPS numbers, because a lot of games won't even allow you to use them. So this isn't exactly high tier performance, and in my opinion, it's kind of hard to say. If you're going to be cutting the shell anyway, in my opinion, you might as well go ahead and get 180s. The rev up time is comparable to 180s. There is a slight difference there. If you've never heard 180s, you're not going to notice it, but you're going to notice it if you have them next to each other. There's a physical limitation here between 180s, 130s, and these 132s that are in between, where you're never going to get the performance of 180. I refuse to believe that you're ever going to touch 180 performance with something that is physically smaller than a 180. It's just not a possibility. At the very least, they're not going to be running nearly as efficient. These pull these pull 26 amps at stall each, and that's more than XP 180s. They only pull 25 amps at stall. So take it however you will. The casing, in my opinion, is nice, but completely unnecessary. I don't find value in it in the slightest. Actually, for some cases I would detract from it because I'm kind of forced into a color scheme. Other than that, the very tips of the motors, the very backs of them, are not colored, and I'm pretty sure that's a physical limitation of the manufacturing process. But when it's in the cage, if you have a window there, what are you seeing? you're not seeing the blue, you're seeing the tips of the motors. So that's kind of a drawback. Again, these motors are super cheap. That is a very big standpoint. They are, in my opinion, better than Rhinos. However, you're also going to need to cut the shell. So it's kind of up to you, whatever you want to do. Check out Monkeemods anyway. There's a link in the description where you can buy not only these motors, but a bunch of other things. I'm just going to leave the general link for Monkeemods, not linking directly to this because their page is super easy to navigate. So again, this is a sponsored video. They sent me these for review for free, and I want to put that out there so that no one's getting confused. So if you have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comments below. Thanks for watching.